Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings, a LOTRO guide. Alright, you guys, on this guide, I want to quickly just talk about a basic thing on acquiring skills in the game, right, as you level up. So, this is what I want to know. We're here at the Breetown jail. Yes, that person is in the stocks. Unfortunately, he did a no-no and stole someone's cow. But we won't go there. Anyway, so we are training here. This is how you train. Back in the day, when LOTRO first came out, the biggest thing was you go to your trainer to get your skills. Well, that's no longer a thing, right? So basically, there's two basic things you need to know. This video will be very quick, by the way. The main thing you need to know is that your skills, these things down here, right? All these things along here, and all these skills over here. Some of these are items and things I put in, but let's say our basic skills. Let everyone click C when you're in your character, right? And you bring up this, right? And then go over here and click on skills, right? At the bottom here. There you are. Here's our skill tabs, right? Here's all the abilities we active skills, right? These are things you earn as you level up. So when you start, for example, we're on a Guardian, right? When you start, you'll start with Guardian's Ward and Improved Sting. And they're very basic things, right? And stuff. And we might make some videos about talking about skills, because one thing they don't explain in LOTRO a lot is about skills. Granted, you can always hover a skill and it'll explain what it does. But again, it's good to know how the skills work, right? There are melee skills, there are skills that are AoE, which is area of effect, there are skills that are ranged, there are skills that give buffs, there are skills that you target one target, there are skills that are AoE and depend on the distance of targets, alright? Well, we might make more info if you'd like some more info about that later. But the main point is, when you're leveling up, where do your skills come from, right? Well, when you hit certain levels, like for example, when you're leveling up, let's say you hit level 2, level 3, usually I think level 4 you get a new skill. It depends on your class you're playing as well, of course. It does depend on your class when you get the new skills, right? They'll just pop up over time. Once you get to, I believe, I'm trying to think right now, but once you get to the ability to do trait trees, which I have a whole video on trait trees, so if you're confused about trait trees, go check out that video on the same playlist on Voice of the Rings. Alright, but basically, when you trait in a tree, you'll also get skills. So for example, you might earn skills slowly as you level, through level like 1 to 10. You'll probably have like 3 or 4 skills at that point, but you might actually have like 5 or 6, and you just don't know because you haven't traded in the trait tree yet, right? So basically what you do is you'd open your trait panel, which you can go down here, the little picture of Gandalf, or you can also, I believe, press the letter J, bring up the trait panel, right? It's the very top tab here on the left. So here is the trait channel, and you basically will just trait into what you want. For example, I want to show you something. When I click on 2, watch how some of my abilities down here will change. Did you notice how things disappeared and some new abilities were added down here on my bar? I have my bars over here because when I do videos it makes it easier. Some people like to do their bars above here. It's up to you. I just think it's nicer in the corner for filming videos. Anyway, moving on. So we have our new abilities down here. It gave us some new shield abilities. I haven't upgraded as much for this, so I'm going to say respec. I want to show you something. Look at how few abilities I have. See how many abilities I lost? And I lost some abilities over here too. So watch what happens when I spec into a keen blade. What happens? Right when I spec into it, I get 2 new abilities immediately. Now, granted, I'm max level. You're not going to get this many abilities right when you do it, when you're level 10 or whenever you start doing your trait tree. But you will get abilities from doing your traits. So pick it wisely, right? So, for example, when I trait without putting any points into the tree, I get 2 different abilities. I get Force Open and I get Overwhelm. And these are both abilities that are in the Keen Blade. Now if I respec and I go to the Fighter of Shadow spec, look at that. I got Force Open again. It has a little bit different abilities that it does. It's about the same thing though. And I also got Take to Heart, the ability instead because of this one. Now if I respec and I go to the Defender of the Free spec, the blue line, look at that. So that actually appeared over here. Just don't freak out, but they're over here. So you get Shield Taunt, right? And you get the Litany of Defiance, so it's another type of taunt, right? So these are good things to know. Now if I spec into these, at a certain point, like for example this one right here, this one will give me Guardian's Pledge. So when I click this, and now I'll say apply, look, I got a new ability right here, Guardian's Pledge, right? Alright, you kind of get the gist. It's really not that complicated. I want to make this quick video for people who are brand new to LOTRO and they're like, how do I find my skills? Where do the skills even come from? Well, now you know. So basically, as you level, they'll just appear on your bar. If they do not appear on your bar, you can always click C or go into skills. You can also find skills by clicking Control K right here, as you can see. And then you can take these and you can drag them onto your bar. Boop. right? Now, granted, if it's not letting you drag them onto your bar, a quick little thing, if you click escape, you go to options, go to quick slots. At the top here, see how I say lock quick slot bars? You have to unlock quick slot bars, and then you can move things around or drag things onto your quick slots. I like to lock them just for the reason of if you throw one of your skills off the screen by mistake by holding it down or something, boop, now it's gone. You're like, crap, I lost my skill. And then you don't want to do this in the middle of combat and have to go find it, right? But then I can drag it back from my skill library, basically, my active skills. Most of your active skills are all the ones you're going to care about putting onto your bar. There's really no point in putting passive skills on. I don't think it'll even let you. Yeah, it will not even let you pick them up. These are passive things, right? So I have the use of heavy armor, right? I can use heavy shields because I'm a tank guardian, right? A lot of classes that are tanks have those passives, right? All right, well, now you kind of know where skills come from. And by the way, for people that are confused in the past, yes, you used to go to trainers. So the reason I'm here at the Bretown jail is to go in here real quick and just show you. It used to be you'd go in here and you'd find your little guy with a symbol that had your class symbol right over his head, and you'd click on him and you'd say train guardians, right? And here's where you'd learn skills, right? Active or passive skills. This is pretty much useless at this point because they just pop in your inventory. It is more convenient because if you're out in the field and you level and let's say you hit level 12 and you get a new skill, right? You can automatically pop something on your bar, right? Or you go and you get a new point because you leveled up. So you go in your trait tree, you do another point in your trait tree, and then suddenly boom, 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 I have more skills, right? Or you have more skills, depending on your class. So there is a reason they did this after they redid the trait trees in the past, but that is kind of a bummer. But anyway, he's still cool, Mr. Thrally here. Also, if you click on him and you can browse his shop. These are still helpful for your class, guys. These are good to know. All right, this is a good thing to know for your class still. For Guardians, like you can buy, Junior Shield Spike Kit, right? And basically what it does is you use it. It's a one-time use. You can buy, a pack of them. By the way, if you hold down Shift, you're buying things, it'll let you buy more with more silver. A pack of 50. Just a little trick for you guys buying stuff in this game. But yeah, so 2% shield crit chance, right, for 5 minutes. So basically when you're doing your shield bash and stuff, you have a little bit higher chance to crit when you hit it, right? Duration 5 minutes, cooldown 2 minutes. So you can keep putting on these work for Guardians, Wardens, right? Because they use the shields for the particular thing. It tells you right there at the bottom, minimum level 20 you can use these. You can use them for Guardians and Wardens, the classes. So someone else couldn't use these, right? It's a little bit of a bonus. Like this one's good because it sets damage type of your shield to Westerness, right? That might be better against types of enemies you're fighting, okay? So anyway, you could buy some like the Shield Maiden song. This is basically where you would get your, around level 40, you'll get one of your class quests basically to do, pick up these pages, and then you'll get a special skill and stuff. All right, good, that kind of stuff indeed. And then there's some other cool stuff you can get here. There's a shield removal kit. Here's some more of those things I was talking about with your class deeds, level 40-ish, 39. Yep. All right, you got some legacy things. For these basically are for putting on your legendary item. Replaces Guardian Stagger, attack penalty with Vitality. So they're kind of cool things you can do. So there are some cool stuff there. Hey, he can also repair for us because he's still a nice little shopkeeper, right? But again, now you all know how to remove. Yeah, not to remove. I'm so sorry. I lost my train of thought. Now you all know how to find your skills in Middle-earth when you're leveling on your character. Yep. All right. So hope that was a little bit helpful for you. Real quick video. Don't forget to subscribe right here, guys. There's another video up there in the top left for this playlist, and down here there's another video for the main playlist on our series, A LOTRO Tale. And I am your host and guide, Zolan Ironshield, and this is a LOTRO Guide, my friends. You guys have a wonderful day in Middle-earth, and I'll see you in the next video, and I hope this helps you know basics about acquiring your skills.